and welcome to the Scary Goals Club. I am your host, Hazel Robertson, and I believe that to make the impact that you know you are called to make in the world, it requires setting bigger, scarier goals and then becoming the person who creates them. That is what I am here to show you how to do. That's what we're diving into with mindset, tools, tricks, really simple, practical, actionable steps you can take and start applying straight away. Because whatever you believe, we have this one life that we definitely know about. Start making the impact you know you want to make in the world. Fear is not a reason to stop. We keep going. We work through the fear. That is what we do in the Scary Goals Club. So come on in, come join, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Hi, and welcome to the Scary Goals Club podcast. I'm your host, Hazel Robertson. So today's episode is a little bit of a different one. And it was inspired by a recent win that one of my clients has had, and I want to just talk you through it. It's literally so fun. So we started coaching at the end of March, so like just over 2 months ago. And when she made the decision that she wanted to do coaching, one of the key things that she wanted to work on was this idea that she'd had to create and launch a podcast. And she didn't know how she was going to do it. I even know her friend, like, all of the limiting beliefs come up, like, how will I do this? How will I edit it? What if this? What if this? What if this? All of that. Anyway, we've coached on all of that. And when we initially were setting the scary goal, so it was like building the vision of what it looked like, and then we put a date to it. Now, in past episodes, I talk about why dates are really important and powerful. And one of the reasons is that goals can be vague, and we have these ideas. It's like the someday maybe dreams of like, oh, I would love to do a podcast or write a book or start this business or do this thing or whatever. And it's like, it just becomes this like vague thing that's always like, I'll do it later, or like, now's not the right time or whatever. And so she made that decision to do this. She was like, okay, I am making a decision. I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to do the coaching. And then there was another decision, which was, when is it launching? And having a date on your goal, like the date actually doesn't matter at all. Like if it shifts, if it changes, whatever, that's okay. But having a date and setting a date brings up all of the stuff in your brain, because suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, this is real. Like, it's like, I have to record myself and put myself out there, and like people will hear it, and what will people think? Like all of the stuff that is in there anyway, that was always holding you back from your goal, that stuff all comes up. So we were setting the date, and it was like, okay, cool. Maybe like 6 months from now, which is like what my coaching package is, it's like 6 months, then the podcast will be launched. And in that session, I was like, wait. We're going to go sooner than that. We're going to pull it back a few months. And of course, then it's like all of the stuff comes up, like, oh, okay. Yeah. But she trusted the process. She went with it. And we chose a date that was, I think it's like towards the end of July. I'm recording this now. It is early June. And I am just like so in awe of her and so like inspired by her and so like proud of her, and she should be so proud of herself. Is like, we had our session yesterday, and this week she's going to record her first episode. This is like way ahead of when it's going to launch, way ahead of like when she's going to complete the goal, and just like 2 and a bit months after we started coaching. It's so amazing. And it literally, like yesterday we were chatting about it like in the coaching session, and she was like, I'm gonna do it. It's the next step. Like I don't feel ready, but like I know that that's not a reason to do it. And it's like, yes, that is exactly it. That's exactly it. Is like our brain will always like, when we think, and again, when our dreams are vague and our goals are vague, and it's like, someday I will do this thing, it's like, it's always like, oh, I'm not quite ready yet. There's always going to be some condition that our brain will think of why we can't do it now. I don't have enough time. It's not the right time. I don't have enough time. I'm starting this new thing. I'm doing this other thing. Like, it's not the right time. Like, oh, I'm just not ready. And there is never a perfect time. Okay. And I just want to offer, like, if there is something that you are dreaming of, that you are imagining, that you're like, I want to start a podcast, I want to write a book, I want to start that business, I want to do like something that's a bit different, whatever it is. And it's like, but I'm not ready. Like, readiness it's not like there's this magical thing out there that you're like, bing, okay, now I'm ready to do this thing. we think there is. Like our brain loves to convince us that there is. It's like, cool, all of this stuff will be like our like life will be like neatly in order. We'll have everything done. Then I will start the thing. It's like when I get all this done, then I'll start the thing that ultimately I really, really want to do. It just doesn't work like that, because if we are not believing we're ready now and like we're making that a problem, our brain's always going to find another reason that we're not ready. Because feeling not ready, or whether you decide you are ready, it's a belief. Like it's not an external set of conditions. We like to think it is. Our brain convinces it's like, oh, these things will be lined up and then I'll be ready. But it never is. It's actually a belief. So if you are believing you're not ready and that that's a problem, then you will never be ready. There'll always be something else. You know, if you're ever like, your subconscious mind will always come up with like another thing. It's like, okay, cool, I'll start the podcast or make the decision to do this thing after this project's done. And then like something else comes up, or you get sick, or you do something else, or something changes. It's like life will always happen, because that's just what life does. Like there are no perfect conditions. We imagine there are. We imagine like there's this point in the future where everything's calm and easy and then we will start the thing. And it just doesn't work like that. And I think also because we often imagine it as this whole big thing, whereas what's been so amazing, like my client's been doing is, well, she just decided, she knew maybe she wasn't quite ready, but she made that decision back in March to do coaching. It was like, she was ready enough to start. It was like, okay, here we go. I'm going to learn the tools, how to manage her mind, how to manage her emotions, how to like get herself into the place where she's like, oh, I can 100% do this goal. And not only can I do it, like I am doing it. Like I'm a podcaster, like this is happening, which has been so fun to like see that transformation of her, like stepping into that version of her that she like is in there and that she knew was there. And it's like being courageous, making the decision to say yes and do coaching and like actually change her life and do this thing that had just like been in her heart and been in her soul for so long. She's like, I know it. It's like that calling where you're like, yes, it's scary, of course, because there's unknown. Like anything that is unknown to our brain, anything where we're doing something new, anything where we're doing something where we're stepping out and other people might have opinions, especially people that we've known for a long time, and we're like changing in some way, anything that is different to our brain, it's going to be like, it's danger. Like our brain's job is to keep us alive. And it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. And yet we know like deep inside that there's this like calling that we have for something bigger, for like putting ourselves out there, for sharing like these messages that we have and these like things that we want to share with the world. Like we know there's that calling. And it's like when you have that and you can just say yes to that, then it's like you can get all the tools to manage your brain and be like, it's almost like holding your brain's hand and be like, I know you're scared. It's going to be okay. I know this is new and unknown, and it's also okay. And so just knowing that I was going to just go back, is like, she made that first decision just to start, to be like, okay, I'm committing to this. And then like, it's not like so already she's like outlined 4 episodes and she's about to record the first one. Like this hasn't happened in like the last 3 days. It's not like nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, suddenly this like whole big thing. Literally, it's just, she's been chipping away at it. She's been taking one step, another step. Okay, what's the next step? Okay, this. Okay, what's the next thing I need to like figure out or think? And then it's like imagining it. And then ideas will come and she's like, ooh, this. And then it's like, oh, I've outlined another episode. Oh, I've outlined another episode. And it's so fun. Like also when you're in that place of like doing something creative and you feel that you're just connected to something bigger than you, and you just feel open and expansive, and you're not in that survival state of fear and worry and like feeling insecure and wanting to hide, but you're actually feeling expansive and connected. Like the ideas come, and then there's the synchronicities of like bumping into people that know someone that does this, that has this connection. Then it's like all of it's like when you decide that there is something that you know you're called to do, and you let yourself move towards it and be courageous and actually say yes to that thing and take that next step and take that next step, all of the like the path just is like lined out for you. It's so fun, and you're not having to like force it or get stuff or like chase stuff. Like it just starts to unfold, and like, yeah, you bump into people, there's synchronicities, people are reaching out, you're having conversations, and it's like suddenly it's like, wow, 2.5 months in, and she's literally going to record her first episode. I'm so so excited for like this journey because literally like this is the start. This is the start of it. And like it just reminded me of my first podcast episode, which is what this episode is today, is it's just a short 10 minutes of my very first episode, but I'm gonna play after this, after my intro. And though it's called Start Before You're Ready. And I knew that I wanted to do a podcast and I was so not quote unquote ready to start. There was all the excuses. You'll hear it in the episode where it's like all the excuses of why I couldn't do it and it wasn't the right time. And it was like, they were just excuses. They'd been excuses for years. And eventually I was like, no more, like, no more. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put it out in the world. And there is something just like, it is like pure magic when you say yes to something that you know is in your heart and it's just like your soul is just being called to do. Even though it's scary, you are just courageous and you do it and you say yes to yourself and you make that decision, you commit and you go for it. And yes, it feels scary, but you get the courage. And when you do it, like the rush afterwards is like unbelievable. It's just, you feel it's like there's the fear. Yes, there's the fear, but like on the other side of the fear, you feel so alive because you're like, this is what it is to be a human. This is what it is to have an idea of something that I wanted to create, something that no one else has ever done before because I'm unique. My voice is unique. Like this thing wasn't here before. And then to actually bet on yourself and make the decision and go for it and say yes to yourself and trust that you're going to be okay no matter what happens and do the thing. It's like, it's so, if you've not done it, it's so hard to describe, but there must be like, there'll be moments in your past where I'm sure you can imagine if you're not feeling like you're in that place in your life right now, there'll be moments in your past where you can imagine it's like something felt scary and it felt a stretch and you went for it and it was like, yes, this is awesome. And it's just like, this is the work and this is the like joy of being a human is like we have these amazing minds, we can connect to something bigger, we have all these like ideas and this creativity and like a voice and like especially now at this time like it's like I can stand up here and in my spare room and like talk and this goes out onto the internet and like you can listen to it. It's crazy. It's like what a gift we have to be able to share things that light us up, things that interest us, things that inspire us, that and connect with other humans as well. Like it is just such a privilege, such a gift. And yes, it can be scary. I promise, like on the other side of it is knowing that like you're living your life in a way where you're saying yes to the stuff that you actually want to do. You're not just like listening to fear. You're not listening to that voice. It's like, I'll do it after this. I'll do it after this. I'll do it then. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. But you're actually like, no, I may not feel ready, but I'm going to decide that I am ready and I'm going for it. So sending you so much love and also send so much love to my client as well. I'm so excited to hear how it goes, her first episode. So yeah, and here is my first episode and enjoy. See you next time. Okay, this right now, this is my first ever podcast episode. I am starting before I'm ready, okay? I have literally dreamed about having a podcast for years, way, way, way before I actually decided to become a coach. And then it's like, oh, I'm a coach. Great. Now I can have a podcast. And it's taken me almost 3 years to actually record this episode. The other day, I was looking back through podcast stuff that I had on Google Drive, and I found 5 episodes that I had recorded 3 years ago in February 2021. I found 3 more that I had in draft and others that I'd like written out what I was going to put in them. And I hadn't started. And I was thinking, imagine if back then I hadn't let fear, I hadn't let self-doubt get in the way and I had actually just published them to the world. This might have been my 150th episode, but it is my first. And I'm not letting myself dwell on the fact that this isn't my 150th, my very first episode, and you're hearing it. And there are so many reasons, even today, even going through this process, that I was like, no, I'm not ready. My brain has been coming in with all these excuses. There's something that you want to do, something big and scary that you want to create, that you want to put out in the world. See if any of these resonate with you. My brain was like, oh, but you don't have a podcast mic. You don't look like a podcaster. You've just got this. If you're watching on video, I've got like a headset mic that I use for coaching. So yes, the sound's good, but it's like you don't have a podcast mic. So you need to get a podcast mic before you can actually record a podcast. It's like, no, I don't. Well, you were going to move the desk more by the window and you were going to put some prints on the wall and have this cool background. And it's just a boring background with some plants. It's like, who cares? Like, well, you're getting your hair done tomorrow. And my brain's like, why don't you just wait until you've had your hair done and then record it? It's like, no. It was also offering me. So we're at the moment, I'm night weaning our 15-month-old, my son Flynn. And sleep's been a little bit broken. I've been a little bit tired. I've also coming out the back of post-viral fatigue. It's like, yeah, do you know what? You could wait until next week. Then you'll be feeling better. You'll have this nice background. Your hair will all be done. It's like the perfect conditions to start, right? That's exactly what my brain was offering me. What I now know, it was probably doing this 3 years ago, right? But what I now know is that these are excuses that my brain will offer. Your brain is probably doing it as well. And if it's doing it, that's okay, right? We have a human brain. It offers us thousands and thousands of thoughts every single day. A lot of them are negative and fear-based. It's making sense of the world, trying to keep us safe. It's like, oh, don't put yourself out there because someone might judge you. Someone might say your podcast is stupid. Someone might say it's boring. Someone might not like the look of you. Don't put yourself on camera. Why would you want to upload a podcast to YouTube? Just do audio only. Sit in your pajamas. Like no one will know. It's giving me all these thoughts. And your brain's probably giving you all these thoughts as well of like, just put it off. Now is not the right time. There's not enough time. I'm not feeling like it. All of these excuses. What sits underneath these is fear. Because our brain is scared of change. Our brain is scared of us putting ourselves out into the world, showing up in a bigger way, scared of failing. What will other people think? Scared of being separated from this tribe. You know, we're used to existing in tribes and we've evolved that way. Our brain has evolved that way. So anything that separates us, like, oh, other people watching us and us being separate, someone could comment, someone could judge. Like it feels so, so scary to our brain. And it's not a problem. Feeling that fear and doing it anyway. Fear doesn't have to mean stop. Years ago, fear meant stop. My very first half marathon I ever entered after uni, like signed up with it for a friend. I was like, yeah, cool. I've done a bit of running. Totally gonna do this half marathon. And didn't really train that much. And then the night before, he was like, oh, how are you feeling for the marathon? The half marathon. I was like, I'm actually not going to do it. And I felt sick, physically sick to my stomach. That I was so scared that I wasn't going to be able to do it. Well, I didn't do it anyway. We do this. We're so scared of failing that we don't even try. And therefore we kind of fail ahead of time. And this is what I've done over the last 3 years with this podcast. It really made me feel a bit sad almost seeing this idea that I had, this theme that I had to share some of this work, to share some of these tools with others, to help them to just get this work out into the world and help people do scary things, that I was too scared to do that. Now I'm in a place where I'm so compelled to share this. I have so many things that I want to share with you guys that is worth it to overcome all of this self-doubt and all of this fear that I'm feeling. Even now, my brain's like, you're being too chatty. You're probably saying and like a lot. You're pausing too much. You're thinking. I don't know, it's going on with all of these things. My cheeks are literally so red right now. But anyway, this is what's real for me. And also, it's like, you're going to look back on this first episode and you're going to be so embarrassed. Like when I was listening to these episodes I recorded 3 years ago, these 5 episodes, listening back, like, oh my goodness, it doesn't sound like me. I'm trying to be something I'm not. Whereas now I'm a little bit more sure of who I am and like what I want to talk about. But even now, my brain's saying, you're going to look back. It's going to be cringy. This is going to be so embarrassing. But do you know what? We start somewhere, right? This will always be my very first podcast episode. As I say that, I'm like, I can't believe this is it. I'm actually doing this and I'm actually going to publish it. And you're probably listening to it. You're on this journey with me, right? What is it for you? What is that thing? What is that scary dream? The one that keeps giving you, I think of it as like whispers. It's like, psst, psst. Or you see something or you see someone else doing it and you feel a bit of an ache, like a tug, like, oh, I want to do that. Like, oh, I could do that too. What is that for you? Even take a moment now, pause this podcast, close your eye, listen to your body and be like, what is that thing? That thing that just lights you up, that makes you go, yes, that desire to create, to do something, to put something in the world that wasn't there before, to show up in a bigger, older, scarier way. What is that for you? Check in with that now. And you probably feel a mix of, you know, it is the right thing. You know, you are compelled to do it. But there's the fear there as well. That is totally, totally normal. So, what is that thing? And then just start. What is one thing you can do today? One action. Can you reach out to someone? Can you research something? Can you just write it down? Like grab, oh, I don't have any post-it notes here, but actually I do. Here, this is my scary goal. By 31st of December, I'll have launched my podcast. We're in February now. Like, here we go. I know I'll have done it because there will be 30 episodes available to download. Now, I put 30 episodes, so it wasn't like 28th of December, I'm launching the first one. I was like, no, I'm going to have 30 by the end of this year. And here's the first one. So, what is that for you, right? What is that goal? Write it down, be really specific with it, have it somewhere that you can keep it in your mind's eye because it helps your brain remember it and think about it. And what is one thing that you're going to do today? Okay. So it's not just having this idea, letting it be there, dreaming about it. Yes, that's all good, but it's taking action towards it. It's what is that one thing that's going to move you forward, that's going to be starting. And once you start, the amazing thing is you overcome the self-doubt, you overcome the fear, you have the courage to start. It's so much easier to keep going and do the next thing and do the next thing. Starting is 100% the hardest part because you go from it being this idea to actually moving it into action, to starting to become that person who is going to create this thing, this scary goal that you want to create. You're stepping into this almost like new identity, right? So what is that one action you're going to take? Go and do that. So whatever you do today, no longer putting off these scary goals, okay? Whatever that dream is, today is the day that you start. So go and take action today. Hey, thanks so much for listening. If this was helpful, please hit subscribe and leave a review. This helps get this work in the hands of more purposeful people. That is, more people creating bigger, scarier goals, making an even bigger impact in the world. And if you want to take this work deeper and work with me directly, head to the show notes and I put all of the information there. If you've got any questions or if there's anything you're like, ooh, I'd love you to talk about that on the pod, please just get in touch. I love hearing from you guys. And I'll see you next time in the Scary Goals Club.